Diff fluid is topped off, so this thing is actually ready to sit down on the ground, but I want to make sure this issue is fixed first. Once I make sure this is nice and sealed up and good and tight, then we'll set this thing on the ground. But guys, learn from my mistakes on this one. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out yet another one of my videos. I want to start off by giving a huge shout out to Cleaver BMF, Brutal. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys' help. We finally got the micro squirt and the laptop linked up together, guys. So yay. I know I've been saying it for quite some time now that we got to get busy on tuning this thing, and we do, guys. I haven't turned any wrenches or worked on a car in a while. But thanks to those guys and Cleaver's videos, we got everything linked up and working. Now, before we even worry about tuning, like I said, I know I've been saying that a lot, but I will get to it eventually, guys. We got other issues I need to address first. Now, I mentioned a few videos back that I noticed I had a water spot underneath the engine bay, so that's what I'm gonna do today, guys. I crawled up underneath there, took a look. My water pump's leaking and my thermostat's leaking. So both components are brand new, but that don't really mean nothing, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to pull the water pump and the thermostat housing off of this thing, guys. I'm gonna try to spare you guys watching me take all that stuff apart. I'm pretty sure you've seen it all before. I've already got some of the stuff undone, like AC lines, top radiator hose off. Got the antifreeze and the still water and all that drained out. Now, I have a few gaskets left over from when we built or put the gaskets in the engine, I should say. I'm hoping one of these will actually work. We're going to take the water pump off, take it apart, and pull that gasket off, put one of these on there. But before we do that, we will put a little bit of black RTV on both sides just to make sure, a little extra security. Got a new thermostat and housing gasket also. Picked that up. Now, I did go ahead and order some brand new water pump bolts. I did reuse the ones that I had before, guys. I don't want to reuse them again. I was kind of leery about reusing them to start with, because these bolts, if any of you guys have been around these cars for quite some time, you know these bolts eventually starts degrading because of the water, the heat and everything going through there. That I was pushing it, putting them on there, and I torqued them and everything like they're supposed to be, guys. So I got new ones ordered. I ordered them from Fox Mustang Registration, guys. If you don't know, they also sell on eBay, so make sure you go by and pick you up a couple parts from those guys. So I got those ordered. They should be on the way here soon. But yeah, I'm gonna get busy on taking this thing apart, guys. I'm gonna pull the water pump off this thing and see where it could be leaking at. That's the only place it can be leaking, is where the gasket and the plate and all bolt to the actual housing itself. But I want to get this thing right here addressed and fixed first. And then, like I said, since now we have the laptop and the micro squirt linked together, we'll start doing some tuning here soon. And I also picked up some gear oil and also some more friction modifier. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more of that in there. But I picked those up also. Get the rear end topped off, guys. We should be able to put some rims on this thing, some tires, get this water pump addressed, and we should be able to set this thing on the ground. So we're getting excited, guys. I just haven't been out here working on the car, and today it's nice out. Got a little bit of time on my hands. I figured I'd go ahead and rip into this right here, which I really hate, man, because I put all that work into putting it together. Sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, we won't put it back together today. We're just going to take it apart, take a look at it, see what the problem could be. I'll get all the surfaces cleaned back up and get it ready to put back together once the bolts get here. But I'll get this thing ripped off, guys, and we'll pick the video up from there. Like I said, I'm going to spare you guys watching me take it all apart. You've seen it before. So we'll be back about as quick as you can snap your fingers. Now, as you see, I got the water pump tore off, thermostat housing, all that's taken off, come off, no issues. Now I got it all sitting over here. The thermostat housing was leaking right underneath here. So I'm thinking we may have had some gasket failure on that part. I'm not sure, but we got a Fel-Pro gasket we're gonna put on there. I don't know why I didn't use Fel-Pro to start with, to be honest with you guys. I think I just used what come with the thermostat. And of course, We are running a 160 thermostat. So I'll get that right there cleaned up, and we'll put the new Fel-Pro gasket on there and see if we can get that thing there to seal. I got the water pump off. Now, as you see right here, guys, look here. Of course, the plate's gonna separate a little bit. That's pretty common for these things. But you can see the rust right here. It was leaking down here, around this bolt here, and right around here. So let me snatch these two bolts out real quick, change this battery out on this camera, and we'll pull this plate off and take a look at it. Pull this bolt here out, and that bolt there. And let's see if we can't see what the issue is. Oh, let's pull this down. Look at there, guys. Look there. See rust? It was leaking right along the bottom of the plate here. All on through here. As you can see the gasket. But right through here where all the rust, all that through there, that's where it was leaking. So what I need to do now is take a look, and more likely I believe I'm gonna have to order a new gasket, because I don't think this gasket here is going to match up. I've done tried it a couple different ways here, and I can't get it to match up. So that just means we're gonna have to get one. No big deal. I think just a couple dollars, are not that expensive. So we'll just get another gasket and replace the gasket on this right here. It's got to be what it is, guys. Like I said, we have Fel-Pro on this side, and that's the original gasket. Comes with these water pumps. But we'll get this thing right here replaced, get a gasket ordered, get all this right here cleaned up, and the whole water pump cleaned up actually. But get everything cleaned up. But yeah, that's what we're looking at, guys. And same goes for this right here. We'll just clean the surface up and put the new Fel-Pro gasket on there and see if we can't fix that leak as well. But yeah, just clean the shop up. Look at the bench already, guys. All right, guys, it is a couple days later. I got the gaskets that I need to get all this stuff put back together so we can get it put back on the Red Demon. See if we can get this water leak issue fixed. Now, I've never had any kind of issues with any of these water pumps on these 302s before. So that's one reason why I didn't change the gasket. But I know next time to just go ahead and change out the gasket and get one of these Fel-Pros and change it out and put one of these on there. So I'm gonna do that. And just for extra measure, guys, we're gonna put just a little bit of RTV on the water pump and put the gasket on there, put a little bit on the gasket, stick the plate on there, and then we'll get it bolted back onto the timing chain cover. We got some more black RTV right here. Now I got everything nice and clean, surfaces, so everything's ready to go. Went ahead and put another coat of satin clear on the water pump, and also resprayed the thermostat housing and put a coat of satin clear on that also, guys. So the thermostat housing, I should have put a Fel-Pro on there. I didn't. That's on me, just like the water pump's on me. I should have changed out both of those gaskets, but I used what came with them. Now, the paint that I use, guys, is this flame proof. This is the flat aluminum. This is what I used on the thermostat housing, the upper lower intake, and the valve covers. Maybe some other stuff, I'm not sure. But yeah, I use this stuff right here just because of the heat rating on it. And this is the satin clear that I used. Same brand. And like I said, guys, just because of the temperature rating on this stuff, that's the reason why I used it. Hopefully it'll withstand and be a little bit more durable. Water pump bolts come in from Fox Mustang Restorations. Guys, I appreciate you guys sending those out. That is awesome. Like I said, guys, they also sell stuff on eBay. So make sure you go check them out. Give them some love, show them some support, buy some parts. But we got everything we need. Oh, and I also went ahead and put the gear oil in the rear end. So that's already been topped off, ready to go. So what I need to do now, guys, is get busy on getting this thing right here put back together so we can get all this stuff put back on the car and just try to get some tuning done finally. I know, I keep saying it, but you know, let's get busy on this thing. Guys, there you go. Just like that, she is back together. I wanted to spare you guys watching me put this thing back together, so I just went ahead and threw everything back together. Only thing I got left to do now is put the coolant in it, but I'm gonna let this RTV sit for a couple of days. Like I mentioned before, guys, diff fluid is topped off, so this thing is actually ready to sit down on the ground, but I want to make sure this issue is fixed first. Once I make sure this is nice and sealed up and good and tight, then we'll set this thing on the ground. But guys, learn from my mistakes on this one. If you get your water pump, like I said, I've never had one to do it before. This is the first time I ever had one to leak right around the plate. But go ahead and change out the gasket. It's only a couple of dollars. And hit up Fox Mustang Restorations and get you one of these little old bolt kits. Look at there, guys. They even put the diagram in there for you so you know which bolt goes where. So make sure you go hit those guys up. Nice quality bolts. These are the two I didn't have to use on kind of the On3 Performance alternator bracket, but really nice bolts, guys. Went in there, no problem. Everything went back together, no problem. Like I said, guys, cross your fingers for me. This right here fixed the leak on the Red Demon. Stay tuned for the next video when we'll do whatever it is we need to do. But I did get in contact with my engine builder. We're going to get that thing over there soon and start getting some machine work done on that, guys. So make sure you keep an eye out for that video. I don't know when that's going to be right yet. So, we'll get back on the Red Demon, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, I really would appreciate it if you consider subscribing. Drop me a comment down below, guys, if you ever had this issue before. Keep an eye out for the next video, guys. I'll see you then.